Okay, today we're out here with a really cool guy, Frank, and he's got an amazing looking Husqvarna 430 CR. And now this thing isn't like some just sitting around museum piece. This bike gets ridden, and he's out here at Glen Helen today with two different bikes, but he's got this one, and it looks gorgeous, and he rides it like regular, which is like what we like to see at VintCo, are bikes that get ridden. So first thing, tell us about this bike a little bit. First thing I want to know is how long you've had it and what motivated you to get this bike to start with.
Okay, I was looking for a 430 CR, and I've had it about 3 years. I got it off a guy out in the desert, and put about 4,000 into it to get it into this shape.
How much did you pay for it?
2,700.
2,700 plus the $4,000.
Yes.
So you're under $7,000.
Yes.
And then what drew you to the Husqvarna?
Well, I used to race these back when I was a kid, so that's what I like. These bikes. The tanks are cool looking, and they look pretty good, and they go well.
So they go well. And then now, for a couple other questions. First of all, what's been some of the hard stuff to find or to deal with when you've been making this thing? Because it's one thing to make it like just a showroom looking piece that just sits in your garage, but if you're going to ride it regularly, you've done some serious upgrades here. So what are some of the things and some of the hard to find parts?
Well, there's a guy in England that has all the motor parts.
Okay.
So any gear or anything you want, you can get it from him. His name's Andy Elliott.
Okay.
Okay, then anything like plastic, you can get it from, there's a guy in San Marcos, John, and there's a guy in Arizona. So the parts aren't too hard to find if you just look around. But all I did to this is put a new piston in it, Mossenberger reed cage, and had Nolene do the shocks.
Is that the stock swing arm?
Yes.
That thing looks really cool. I always figured it was aftermarket.
No, it's stock. Everything on it's stock besides those parts. And arc lever.
Yeah, he's got updated components here. It kind of looks like updated, little bit of stuff here and there. Now, how much time do you think you have in this thing?
Probably about 40 hours.
And then when you take these things back, you go through them and re-prep them and go through them each time you ride.
Yeah, just like back in the day, you got to clean the brakes every ride, the air filter, change the oil about every 2 rides, and pretty much that's it.
And when you say clean the brakes, what do you do every time?
Oh, you got to take the wheels apart, take the shoes off, spray them with contact cleaner, and sand them.
And if you don't do that, they build up with dirt. What happens?
Yeah, they don't work.
They just don't work. And if you've ridden modern bikes, you got used to stopping. So
yeah, exactly.
So when you get used to stopping, it was okay in the 70s and early 80s to not stop.
Yeah, because you just give yourself a little bit of time, Now, the brakes on these aren't too bad.
Okay, so really cool thing. You've obviously got. Is this? Do you only have the 2 bikes, or do you have a larger addiction?
I have a 250 Husky right now. It's a CR84 water cooled.
Okay, so you got 3 kind of vintage bikes that you're still playing with, and you have a modern bike also?
No.
Okay, so no modern bikes.
No, but I plan on getting one.
Okay, very cool.
I broke my wrist. I got to see how my wrist works exactly. If it goes back where I can hold on, then I'll get a modern bike.
This will test your wrist here.
Yes.
And we got some big hills out here at Glen Helen, so this is a great test for that. Really good looking machine. And is there anything that wears out quickly that you kind of besides staying on the brakes, like as far as clutch, top end, anything that wears out or that you have to watch?
No. You hardly ever shift. These are open bikes, so you might shift 2 times a lap, and the clutch you don't have to use it too much. You pull in the corners just for show.
Well, that's awesome. So great time talking to you, Frank. Enjoyed it. Really good looking bike that actually still gets ridden, and it looks really cool. That's one thing I noticed when I saw it. I was like, that thing stands out. It looks really cool. So, it has a really, good colors and lines to it. So good looking bike. And now, how fun is it starting this thing? Are you going to...
That's why I park on a hill.
He parks on a hill. He parks on a hill. So the Kickstart is on the left side, which we've dealt with on some trials bikes and stuff, but on the motorbike. So he's learned just to park up here at the top of the hill and head down.
Like on the 250, you can kick it, but on the open bikes, you can't.
He just says you can't. Like, he ain't going to lie, dude. So, now if it doesn't start on the way down the hill,
you push it back up and try it again.
there you go. So really cool look at this bike. Fun time. We'll check you out later.
Almost didn't get it there. Got in the sand too much.